Sweden is currently making headlines for saying it will take in hundreds of thousands of Middle Eastern refugees. 350,000 asylum seekers hailing mostly from Syria and Afghanistan are expected to enter the country by the end of the year. These newcomers will enter a life quite different from the one they knew in their home countries. So it bears asking, what does life look like for the nearly 10 million people who already call Sweden home? For starters, Swedes live under a system of parliamentary democracy, holding general elections every 4 years. And while they still have a reigning monarch, this person has no real political power. In fact, Sweden looks nothing like a traditional monarchy. Everyone is treated equally. All children have access to free and high-quality education starting at age 6. Even privately operated schools do not charge fees since the government provides funding. This takes kids all the way through university, and even preschool comes at a highly subsidized rate. But before schooling, young children get to spend more state-sponsored time with their parents than most babies do around the developed world. Couples are awarded a combined 480 days of paid paternity leave. In fact, Sweden ranks second for paid paternity leave for fathers after Iceland. This is only one of the many factors that make Sweden the most gender-equal country, according to the Gender Equality Index. The country has also recently adopted the word hen into their dictionary as a gender-neutral pronoun to be used when referring to people for whom the gender is either unknown or deemed irrelevant. The majority of the population lives in urban areas in the southern half of the country, where the capital, Stockholm, is located. Often hailed as one of Europe's cleanest and safest cities, Stockholm is built across 14 islands in the Baltic Sea with an impressive 760 kilometers of bike paths for eco-friendly commuters. Most people work in similar industries as those who live in urban areas in Europe and North America, like banking, business, and IT. Some of the most recognizable multinational corporations based in Sweden are Volvo, Skype, H&M, and Spotify. Most of these organizations designate English as their corporate language, despite Swedish being the country's official language. In fact, most Swedes are fluent in English. When they're not at work, which is actually fairly often as some firms have established the 30-hour work week, Swedes spend a lot of time outdoors. Yes, even in the dark, cold months of winter. All people enjoy allemansrätten, or the right of public access. This means anyone can walk, bike, or ski along all uncultivated pieces of land regardless of ownership. Swedes also spend a lot of time outside work, drinking coffee with friends and family during planned meetings known as fika. Many enjoy more than one fika a day, with one report suggesting that the average citizen consumes 7.32 kilos of coffee a day. That's like 30 cups. And the government-funded comfortable life is not just reserved for the youth. The Swedes enjoy some of the best government-funded elderly care, which is why they rank third on the UN's Global Age Watch Index behind Switzerland and Norway. Swedes are not experiencing the same level of health concerns associated with aging compared to other developed countries, and actually have a very high life expectancy. The country has been able to decrease their elderly care costs significantly since the 1980s. Surely, life can't always be amazing in Sweden, right? Well, many are starting to question this. Long considered an open and welcoming country, Sweden has experienced an increase in racial tensions in the past few years. Many believe this is due to the large influx of immigrants, and this isn't slated to end anytime soon. As one political science professor recently suggested, the government may have to take away some of the population's general benefits as immigration puts strains on public finances. But Sweden is just one of many European nations that's currently trying to grapple with an influx of immigrants. The entire continent is in the middle of one of the biggest refugee crises in history. To learn more about it, check out our playlist here. So why is Belgium so heavily connected to terrorism? For starters, among all European nations, Belgium is responsible for the highest number of recruits per capita to have left to fight in Syria and Iraq. Thanks for watching Seeker Daily. Please subscribe.